Toe Talk Tuesday.
Hello.
Hello. Um, Christina.
Ask me anything.
So one of the things that I love about Toe Talk Tuesday is that we see presentations of toes when we do um, readings, and this is like such a great space where we can come and talk about it and maybe help other people understand what's going on in their toes. And you shared about the work you were doing with healing your fifth big toe. We've talked before in other episodes about my communication toes, both of them, but specifically my left foot. One of the things that I'm noticing, so self-communication, doing a lot of work around what are the things that I'm saying to myself that maybe I am being a little harsh, not practicing what I'm preaching, right? Um,
Mhm.
and one of the presentations that I have on both of my second toes um, is it is much skinnier at the base, kind of until about that second knuckle. So, and then that last knuckle, it's like a lollipop. It's like hello little bulb up on top. I've been doing a lot of work on the right side, and it's widening at the base. The bulb is still there, but the base is getting like energy starting to flow. So I know that that's kind of moving in one direction. But on the left side, um, that shift isn't happening as quickly as I want it to. Which there you go, self communication being like, come on. Um, maybe not the gentlest words being said to myself about it, impatience. Um, but the what I'm noticing is it, regardless of what's happening in the base, is that that bulb is not shrinking in size. Um, and it feels really hard. So I know, and we've talked about this before, that bulb is trapped energy, and I know that there's energy trapped in there, and I know because we've talked about it before too, the further away it is from the base, the more recent it is in the storytelling. Um, and I gotta say, I'm frustrated with myself because I have been doing this work for a long freaking time, and I'm trying to be nicer to myself. And I'm like I said, the impatience is coming up. So help, I think, is really the question that I'm bringing to this. Like, what, like, yes, help.
Okay, so I'm going to throw out some ideas that are general, and then I'm going to come back around and ask you some specific questions because this presentation of the bulbous toe is what I call it, where the top, like second knuckle and up, are bigger, like the lollipop look.
Right.
So generally speaking, there's a couple of things. One, the good news is it's mostly your stuff. Okay. Now that doesn't mean there's not a genetic component. There's not like our ancestor factor in it. Absolutely. But it means you're dealing really with an energy that is newer. And therefore, there it generally speaking, that energy can be a little more malleable than like something that's really, really deep ancestrally or past life stuff, like all the stuff that's close to the shell. So that's the good news. So for you in this, going in with that idea, okay, this is my stuff. This is stuff for me. It's for my lifetime. Also, when it's up in the top of the toe, it's like the top of our body. It's a lot of mental stuff. So knowing that this is where that blocked energy is actually coming from are these stories. Oh, you little smarty, you. So using, okay, so so there's that bit, but also just you nailed it. It is blocked energy. And so these are clues about it. So I love how you talked about how the bottom is starting to get more grounded. There's a more of a bottom. And remember your second toe, these are your second toes. And I know that these show up in other presentations on other toes as well, but like your second toes are your primary ones you're working with. That's your air element toe. Okay, so it can be very quick to change, and then it can be fed again like a balloon that you blow up and then it can deflate, and then it's so easy. A simple breath is going to blow that up. So knowing that that is very mutable energy, and you might just keep blowing it up with the stories that you keep telling yourself. So coming to you, Marissa, are you aware right now of some of the stories that you tell yourself that might be contributing to this?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I just was kind of told one of them, which is I'm like, I've been doing this SHIT for a really long time, and I'm still not healed. It's definitely right. Like I must be doing something wrong. I'm not, what am I, right? Like there's so like you said, a lot of head
Mhm.
being hypercritical, going like, what am I missing? Um, and yeah, like because I'm not good at this. What am I missing? Because I'm clearly not good at this. Help me, Christina. Um, the other thing that's interesting that's coming up as you're asking that question, um, and as I think about, I'm actually massaging the toe right now as we talk, um, is I also notice that the base of the toe, it is a toe that's kind of curved over, more on the right, on the left than the right. It's the longest toe that I have, so it would be some of the presentations we've talked about, um, and um, and so I think there is kind of as like one of the thoughts that I'm having as you're speaking is like gravity's just pulling the energy down there, right? Because like the rest of the toe is not against the ground, kind of holding, being pushed against all the time. So I think there's also this sort of that it's carrying the weight of the entire toe.
Wow. Okay. So what I'm going to, I'm just going to share with you what I'm reading between the lines here. So one, oh, that is in our spiritual community, the story of I've done all this work, I should be healed by now. So when we just say that, like, I like that you're laughing because I was just gonna say, isn't that so cute? Like, why perfect yet at this
Song
healing?
about it.
I've been working on it for 50 years and I'm not perfect yet. So laughter,
Yeah.
laughter can really, so just being aware, oh, human thing is so funny. That's one of the things that I tell myself all the time when I'm like mad at myself because damn it, I haven't arrived yet. And it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny that somehow we think that there's this destination of perfection and that this is actually a belief that has been highly enforced by people who benefit from it, right?
Yeah.
So
We talked about in a previous episode, right? The like not practice like not practicing what you preach. Like this is a place in which I'm very good at holding space for other people, right? Like you are like you're on the trajectory of the journey. There is no arrival. And then here, that's another reason why I laugh. Because again, it is this like, oh yeah, there you go, Marissa, like being very good at holding space for others and maybe a little bit like not as nice to yourself. Second toe.
oh,
Right.
there we go. Second toe. And it's so interesting because this is on your left foot too. So this is your internal dialogue. So what, like just even more awareness. And while you're massaging that toe, I would ask, what other stories are there? What other stories are there that I don't see yet?
Mhm.
And just ask for that. And then I'm going to offer, this is kind of a new concept in Toe Reading Academy here, but I'm going to offer it because I feel like this is something fun. I call them an anti-affirmation. And what do I mean by this? Let me give you an anti-affirmation, Marissa, for the story that you just told me. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. I love this eye concept.
I am totally 100% committed to continuing to play small, carry other people's burdens, and just talk shit to myself all the time so I don't actually have to show up in all of my communicative power.
Mm,
Oh.
inner rebel going F you. I love it. And like, yeah, the safe
Might that
brain is going,
possibly
that doesn't
be?
sound right.
Oh, because it's an anti-affirmation, but it's actually the truth of because of what we're showing, how we're showing up, what we're manifesting in our life, what's the messages in our toes that are screaming the truth. And we can keep slapping on frosting over a shit cake, trying to cover it up with all these, I am the best communicator I can possibly be. I know how to communicate with clarity and confidence, or whatever it is that we're telling ourselves. And we're really just putting a whole lot of frosting over garbage because
Yeah.
we're not addressing what is the actual garbage, what is the truth. And it might stink and it might not feel good. But the good news is then we can also laugh at it because, right, we're really telling. So experiment with different anti-affirmations. What do you really think? What are you really telling it? What's the affirmation you are actually telling yourself?
Yeah.
Because there is an affirmation. It's just not what you want. It's just not positive. It's just not getting you the result that you think that you're going for.
I love this concept because I think it speaks to what we often talk about in the coaching world of like finding that limiting belief, right? And so this anti-affirmation is the limiting belief. It is the thing that your subconscious is telling you to keep you safe. And the way that you decide that you stated it, that is absolutely it, right? Like that is why my brain is trying, like it thinks that it's doing what's in the best interest, it that it's doing what's in my highest and best good.
And
So
thank you for
yeah,
keeping me safe.
thank
Like,
you.
thank you. You've done a great job keeping me safe. And now let's just relax a little bit there. Let's just relax.
I love it. And one of the things I think why we talked about this, you and I offline, but I think the one of the core values that you and I both have is community. And one of the reasons why I think it's so important to do this work with someone else is because it's easier to laugh. Like, I would be lying if I sat here and said that if I was having this conversation with myself or my toes, that I'd be laughing, right? But it's looking at you, it's knowing and saying it out loud, thinking like, how is Christina receiving this? That feels the ridiculous part. And so again, like in another episode, last episode, we talked about the beauty of doing the work with your toes is that your mirror, your toe, you get to the the whole part of you gets to be the coach for your toe. So there's this external, you get to share your gift with yourself by sort of distancing yourself from where the message from the messenger. And sometimes, like as great as that is, and as important as it is, there are also these times that it is so important to be a villager in the village and raise your hand and say, like, can you just talk this out with me? Because I've been doing this for this, I've been spreading this like cream cheese frosting on a shit cake for 15 years. Like, um, and for some reason it still tastes like shit. So like, I don't know why. Can we talk this out? Yes, and so this is the power of this is the power of partnership. This is the power of the age that we're in right now, of being able to be vulnerable, open, to express ourselves and to be seen and held by others, so that we don't have to feel alone all the time or feel like we have to carry the burden of healing ourselves on ourselves by ourselves all the time. So I'm going to sit with my toe and ask those questions. And I had not reflected on the idea of this part of my toe is carrying all the weight, and connecting that to how my brain carries a lot of the weight, as the, that identity of the smart one, was something I was conditioned with. So yeah, I already feel lighter. I'm excited to see what my toe looks like tomorrow. Who knows?
Okay. This might be such a fun thing to do, to take a picture of your toe. I wish we would have gotten it before, but like now. And then with these questions, with this awareness, with just the pulling up and looking under the hood of what's going on here. Thank you, toes. Thank you for sharing with me. And then taking a picture in like 2 weeks, because that is the great thing about the air toe, second toe. It is very rapid to change.
For those of you who are listening, this is why I love toe reading. I know Christina feels, I know I'm speaking for both of us. And this is why I love the Toe Reading Academy, because it is a space where you really get to do this self-exploration in community, be challenged, be held, be uplifted. And so reach out to us if this is something that interests you. We've talked about before, we do one-on-one sessions. We also have an upcoming certification if you're interested in diving in deeper, starting at the end of August. Yeah, like, I hope you enjoyed this Toe Talk Tuesday and got to see Christina's magic in real time.
Well, and what is our number one thing in Toe Reading Academy? It's no judgment, just observation.
Yeah. Awareness without judgment.
It's so fun. It's so fun. I love you. I love you. And I love being a part of the journey.
See everyone next week.